In a candid revelation that has sent ripples through both political and economic circles, Edward Kieswetter, South Africa's current SARS Commissioner, has opened up about the personal and professional convictions that led him to step away from government service during one of the most controversial periods in the nation's history. Kieswetter, widely respected for his financial acumen and unwavering commitment to ethical governance, has never shied away from tough decisions. Yet this disclosure marks a rare, deeply personal insight into the moral calculus that shaped his career trajectory. According to Kieswetter, his departure was not driven by ambition or opportunism but by a principled stand against a leadership he deemed morally compromised. When Jacob Zuma came into office, I knew I could no longer serve in a government led by a man whose actions I could not condone, Kieswetter told close associates and, more recently, in a public interview. He explained that the early signs of corruption, cronyism, and disregard for accountability under Zuma's administration were evident to anyone in public service with integrity. For Kieswetter, continuing to serve in that environment would have meant tacitly endorsing practices he found unacceptable. This revelation shines a light not only on Kieswetter's personal values but also on the broader challenges facing South Africa's public institutions during Zuma's tenure. The period was marked by escalating allegations of state capture, misuse of public funds, and an erosion of public trust. For officials like Kieswetter, the dilemma was stark: stay in government and risk complicity, or step away and forfeit influence at a critical moment in the nation's history. Kieswetter chose the latter, a decision he describes as difficult yet necessary. Kieswetter's career path, however, did not end with resignation. After stepping away, he continued to make his mark in the financial sector, bringing his expertise and reputation for integrity to private and semi-public institutions. His time outside government allowed him to build a platform of credibility that would later prove invaluable when he returned to public service. When he was appointed as SARS Commissioner, many observers viewed it as a strategic move not just for his technical skills but also for his proven ethical compass, a quality sorely needed in restoring confidence in the nation's tax authority. During his tenure at SARS, Kieswetter has repeatedly emphasized the importance of accountability, transparency, and the rule of law. His leadership has been credited with rebuilding institutional integrity, enhancing compliance, and implementing reforms to close loopholes that had previously facilitated tax evasion and corruption. In interviews, he has often contrasted the values that guide his work with the environment he encountered under Zuma, highlighting the stark difference between ethical stewardship and unchecked self-interest. Kieswetter's revelation has ignited discussion among analysts, journalists, and policymakers. Some see it as a rare acknowledgement from a high-ranking official about the personal cost of maintaining integrity in a corrupt system. Others argue it underscores the moral failures that plagued South Africa's government during the Zuma years and reinforces the need for leaders who prioritize principle over expediency. Reflecting on his decision, Kieswetter is clear-eyed yet resolute. I could have stayed, I could have made compromises, I could have turned a blind eye, but I would have betrayed myself, and ultimately, the people I serve, he explained. His stance resonates as both a cautionary tale and a reminder that leadership is not only about skill or strategy but fundamentally about character. The disclosure also adds a layer of complexity to Kieswetter's public persona. Known for his sharp intellect and steady hand in navigating South Africa's intricate fiscal landscape, he is now equally recognized for a moral courage that few in his position have dared to claim openly. It paints a portrait of a man whose principles have consistently guided his decisions, even when doing so meant walking away from power and influence. In a country still grappling with the legacies of state capture, Kieswetter's story serves as a poignant reflection on the choices public servants face when confronted with systemic corruption. His resignation, once a quiet personal act, now stands as a symbolic reminder that integrity often requires personal sacrifice. It reinforces the notion that leadership rooted in ethics is not simply a lofty ideal but a practical necessity for the restoration of trust in South Africa's institutions. As Kieswetter continues his work at SARS, his past decision remains a defining moment in his career, one that illustrates the enduring tension between ambition and conscience, the personal and the political, and the ever-present challenge of serving the public with unwavering honesty in times of moral crisis. His message is clear: there are moments when standing by principle is not only the right choice but the only choice for those who truly wish to serve their country.